right, Bill Burr. Bill Burr, one of my favorite comedians. This guy is really as right wing as you can get it, but he goes along with the woke uh, culture, woke crowd, so that he keeps his job. Him and Louis C.K. They're really right wingers. Uh, but he's going to play along. Now, in this case, he's defending someone who defended Trump, and that's Gina Carano. According to him, Carano is an absolute sweetheart. He also addressed cancel culture. Now it's becoming like, hey, you made an ignorant comparison. There goes your dream, right? Okay, Bill Burr has become the first Mandalorian. I don't even know what is that, like a show? I didn't even heard it. Mandalorian cast member to defend Gina Carano in the wake of her firing from the show. The comedian who plays mercenary Miggs Mayfield spoke about Carano and cancel culture recently on the Bill Bert Podcast. I don't know, is that like a misspelling? I'm reading from a rag, the name inside there. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so he was speaking from his podcast. It's a weird time, he says, unless she did some truly horrible shit or said overtly racist shit. Bert said of the Carano situation. I don't know. I think there's just too many channels. And then you got to do sensational shit. I don't know what the fuck it is. I'm not on that fucking show. Now I got to watch what the fuck I say. Carano was fired from the show in February after posting an image on Instagram in which she seemed to compare modern-day Republicans to Jews persecuted during the Holocaust. Well, personally, I think it's worse. In fact, the ingrown toenails that I had this morning, I thought that was worse than the Holocaust. Anyway, before that, Carano found herself in hot water after posting anti-mask and voter fraud memes on her Twitter account. She also seemed to mock people's pronouns. So what? Fuck you. She was an absolute sweetheart, says Burr. Super nice fucking person, Burr says of Carano on the podcast. And whatever, and somehow someone will take this video and they'll make me say something else and try to get me on my bold action figure and try to get rid of my bold action figure. Okay, sorry about that. It's how it is out there. It's fucking crazy, he says. People just waiting, laying in the weeds. Burr continued to take on cancel culture. Now it's becoming like, hey, you made an ignorant comparison. There goes your dream, right? I look at that and it's like, who in the fuck stands up to that? Who in the fuck stands up to that? In a statement Lucasfilm released about Carano firing, stated that her social media posts denigrating people based on their cultural and religious identities are abhorrent and unacceptable. But isn't that what comedy is about, really? I mean, without making fun of people, culture, and and the way they look and their names and where they come from. You hear jokes about Koreans and Chinese eating dogs, and Arabs beating their wives, and Africans building dung huts for homes, a Mexican eating fried beans. I don't give a shit, man. Carano, who played a former shock trooper on the show, announced after her firing that she was working on a new movie with Ben Shapiro and his conservative site, The Daily Wire. All right, big deal. Listen, I think people have a right to fire people, okay, if it's their site, okay? It's their fucking site, okay? It's like Twitter, all right? It's like you show up in somebody's living room and then you start being an asshole. Well, then they have a right to kick you out, all right? That's what capitalism is about. It's about the integrity of private property. They don't have to like you, okay? They don't have to like you. Go somewhere else, okay? Sorry that somebody gets fired, but that's the way things are, all right? Um, they have a right to fire people. That's the way it is in America. I am, pro-conservative. I think, Donald Trump is a colossal asshole, but I'll vote Donald Trump over Joe Biden or any Democrats. I don't care how big of an asshole Donald Trump or the conservatives are. So that's the story. And that's Bill Burr. You see, the thing about these people is that they never really come out and say, hey, I'm a right wing, white, supremacist, and I think that I'm better than other people because of my racism. See, they're afraid to say that. I'm not. So fuck you.